In a quiet village in Italy, surrounded by green hills, old stone roads, and the soft sound of church bells every morning, there lived a young girl named Sofia. She was 18 years old. Her eyes were full of dreams, but life had already filled them with tears. Sofia lived in a small old house with her mother, Maria, and her little brother, Luca. Their home was not beautiful like the rich houses in town. The roof leaked when it rained, the walls were cracked, and the kitchen was so small that only one person could stand there comfortably. But it was home, and inside that little house, love lived. Her mother, Maria, was the heart of that home. She worked every day cleaning houses, washing clothes, and helping old people in the village just to earn enough money for bread, rice, and school books. She left early every morning before sunrise and returned late at night with tired feet and a gentle smile. Sofia often watched her hands. They were rough, dry, full of pain, hands that had sacrificed everything. Their father had left when Luca was only 2 years old. No goodbye, no explanation. He simply disappeared. At first, Maria waited. Then she cried. Then she stopped speaking about him. And finally, she learned how to survive without him. Sofia remembered asking once, when she was only 10, "Mama, why did Papa leave?" Maria had smiled sadly and replied, "Some people leave because they are weak, not because you are unworthy." That sentence stayed in Sofia's heart forever. Every evening, after dinner, Maria would sit beside the window and look at the sky. She always said the same thing. "My daughter, one day your life will be brighter than the morning sun." And Sofia always smiled, even when she did not believe it. Because sometimes hope is something we give to others, even when we cannot feel it ourselves. Sofia was a good student. She loved books. She dreamed of becoming a teacher one day. She imagined herself standing in front of a classroom, helping children learn, helping girls like herself believe in a better future. But dreams are expensive, and poverty is louder. After school, she sold bread in the market. On weekends, she helped at a small flower shop owned by an old widow named Rosa. Rosa loved Sofia like her own daughter. "You have kind eyes," she often said. "Kind eyes suffer the most." Sofia would laugh softly. One winter evening, Maria came home much later than usual. Rain had soaked her clothes. She looked pale, weak. Her hands were shaking as she placed her bag on the table. "Mama?" Sofia asked quickly. "Are you okay?" Maria forced a smile. "I'm just tired, my child." But Sofia knew that smile. It was a smile mothers use when they are hiding pain. That night, Maria coughed for hours. Deep, painful, the kind of cough that makes silence feel afraid. Sofia said beside her, "Bill, you need to see a doctor." Maria shook her head. "Doctors cost money." "I'll find money. And if you spend money on me, who will pay for your school?" "I don't care about school." Maria's eyes softened. "But I do." Days passed, then weeks. Maria became weaker. She could no longer carry heavy buckets. She sat down often. She stopped eating properly. Sometimes, Sofia found her staring at nothing, like she was already halfway somewhere far away. Fear entered the house like an unwelcome guest. Luca noticed it too. He was only 9. He did not understand illness, but children understand sadness faster than adults think. One morning, while making breakfast, Maria collapsed. The cup broke. The sound echoed like disaster. "Mama!" Sofia screamed. Neighbors came running. Old Rosa arrived first. Together, they carried Maria to the nearest clinic. The doctor was a serious man with tired eyes. After examining her, he spoke quietly. She needs urgent treatment. Sofia's hands trembled. What treatment? He looked at her with sympathy. She is very sick. If treatment does not begin soon. He did not finish the sentence. He did not need to. How much? Sofia whispered. The number felt impossible, like asking the moon to come down and sit in your hand. She had nothing. Nothing. That night, Sofia sat outside their house under the cold stars. Everyone was asleep. Even the village dogs were silent. She cried without sound. Tears fell onto her hands as she whispered to the dark sky, God, please, take anything. Take my dreams. Take my future. But please don't take my mother. The next morning, she made a decision. She left school, quietly, without ceremony, without goodbye. Her teacher tried to stop her. You are one of my best students. Sofia smiled sadly. Sometimes life gives exams that schools cannot prepare us for. She began working everywhere she could, cleaning houses, washing dishes in a restaurant, carrying vegetables in the market, helping old women with laundry, selling flowers with Rosa. She worked until her back hurt and her feet burned. She returned home every evening with medicine in one hand and fake hope in the other. Look, Mama, she would say with a smile. Everything is getting better. And Maria would smile too, because mothers also lie when love requires it. One evening, while folding clothes, Luca asked quietly, Is Mama going to die? The question broke something inside her. She knelt in front of him. No, but her voice was shaking. No, she won't. Luca looked at her with the honesty only children have. You're crying. She hugged him tightly. Sometimes people cry because they love too much. That night, Maria called Sofia to sit beside her bed. The moonlight entered softly through the window. Her mother looked smaller somehow, fragile, like a candle near its final light. My daughter, please don't talk. You need rest. No, listen to me. Sofia held her hand. Cold, thin, tired. Maria smiled weakly. You were forced to grow up too soon. Tears filled Sofia's eyes. Please stop. I watched you sacrifice your youth for this family. I watched you carry pain you never deserved. Mama, you are stronger than you know. Sofia cried openly now. I am tired of being strong. Maria touched her face. I know. Silence. Then softly, promise me something. Anything. No matter what happens, protect Luca. Continue your life. Don't let pain become your home. Nothing will happen. Maria reached under her pillow and pulled out an old envelope. Its corners were worn. This is for you. Sofia stared at it. But only read it when I am gone. No. Her voice cracked. I don't want letters. I want you. Maria kissed her forehead. And I will always be with you. That night, Sofia refused to sleep. She sat beside her mother's bed, holding her hand, praying, begging, watching every breath. Every second felt like standing at the edge of a cliff. At some point before dawn, exhaustion closed her eyes. Only for a little while. When sunlight entered the room, birds were singing outside. Morning had arrived, but something was wrong. Too quiet, too still, too final. Sofia looked up. Mama? No answer. She touched her hand. Cold. She touched her face. Silent. Gone. The scream that left her body did not sound human. It sounded like grief itself. Luca ran into the room crying. Old Rosa came. Neighbors gathered. But none of it felt real. How could the world continue when her world had ended? The funeral was simple. White flowers. Soft prayers. Wet eyes. Heavy silence. People said kind things. She was a good woman. She worked so hard. She loved her children. But grief does not listen to words. When everyone left, the house became unbearable. No footsteps. No cough. No voice calling her name. Only silence. And silence can be the loudest pain. For weeks, Sofia moved like a ghost. She cooked. She cleaned. She worked. She cared for Luca. But inside, she was drowning. At night, she slept beside her mother's empty bed. Sometimes she imagined hearing her voice. Sometimes she answered. One evening, while cleaning, she found the envelope. The letter. Her hands trembled. She sat on the floor and opened it slowly. Inside was her mother's handwriting. She read, "My dear Sofia, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer beside you. But please know this. I never truly left. You were the greatest gift of my life. I watched you become strong before your time. I saw your sacrifices, your tears, your silent pain. And I am sorry. Sorry that childhood left you too early. Sorry that life asked too much from you. But I am also proud. So proud. You are not just my daughter. You are my courage. Please continue your studies if you can. Please laugh again. Please love again. And when life becomes heavy, look at the sky. I will be there. In the wind, in the sunrise, in every quiet moment. Take care of Luca, but take care of yourself too. Do not disappear inside your sadness. Live, for me, for you, I love you beyond this world." Mama, by the time she finished reading, the paper was wet with tears. She pressed it against her chest and cried for hours. But for the first time since the funeral, she also felt something else. Strength, not happiness, not peace, but strength. And sometimes that is enough. Slowly, life continued. She returned to evening classes. She worked during the day. She studied at night. She helped Luca with homework. She saved every coin. Years passed. Life did not become easy, but she became stronger. Not because she wanted to, because she had to. Luca grew taller. He laughed again. And every time he smiled, Sofia felt like she had protected one piece of their mother's heart. One day, after many years of struggle, Sofia graduated. She stood wearing a simple dress, holding her certificate with shaking hands. People around her celebrated loudly, but she stepped outside alone. She looked at the sky. Blue, endless, beautiful. Tears filled her eyes. She whispered, "Mama, we did it." At that exact moment, the wind touched her face softly, like a hand, like an answer. Years later, Sofia became a teacher. She taught children who reminded her of herself. Quiet children, poor children, children carrying invisible sadness. She gave them patience, kindness, hope, because she knew what it meant to need someone who believes in you. One evening, Luca, now a young man, sat beside her watching the sunset. He asked softly, "Do you think Mama can still see us?" Sofia smiled through tears. "Yes." She looked at the sky again. "I think she never stopped." They stood there together, not complete, but healing, not without pain, but full of love, because some people leave this world, but never leave our hearts. And sometimes the most beautiful families are not the perfect ones, but the ones built by sacrifice, survival, and love so deep that even death cannot erase it. Thank you so much for watching this emotional family story. If this story touched your heart and made you feel something special, please support the channel. Please like if you enjoyed it. Share with your friends and family. Comment and tell us how you felt about this story. And don't forget to subscribe for more sad, beautiful, and emotional stories. Your support means everything and helps us create more heartfelt stories for you. Stay safe, stay kind, and remember, love and family are the most precious things in life.